Okay. But I've been streaming this on Skype the whole time.
That's fine. Great.
Hey, hey, this is Johnny Bean. Live Google Hangout, March 27th, 2016, 3:24 p.m. West Coast, 6:24 p.m. East Coast. And we have a special Google Hangout today. David Nesdall. Hey man, how are you?
Hey, good. How you doing, Johnny?
Great, great. Why don't you introduce our guest?
Absolutely. Well, today we have none other than Grammy Award-winning guitar player and producer Larry Mitchell. Larry's been a friend of mine for almost 30 years now. Can you believe it? It's almost 30 years. It's
Wow.
ridiculous.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Larry has been everywhere, played with everybody. Miguel Bozé on tour with him, on tour with Billy Squier, Tracy Chapman. He's done records. He's done a record with Rick Ocasek from the Cars.
Yeah, we did some
What's that?
Wow.
cool shows too.
Oh yeah, shows too. That's right. That's right.
Wow.
We're going to be talking to Larry about Larry's new record called The Traveler. We're going to also talk about the work he's doing with Stuart Copeland from The Police.
Yes.
We'll be talking about Larry's gear, some of his guitars, and his amplification. And first, I think we'll start with tell us a little bit about your origins, Larry. Where you started, how you started, what made you want to play rock and roll, what made you want to play guitar, where you got that fancy hat.
Yeah. Okay. I started playing guitar at 9 when my mom threw out my drum set out the window, third-story window, because I wanted to play drums. And I had a toy guitar, then I got another acoustic guitar that was a little bit better. And then a guy on the block showed me how to play one song, one little riff, and that kept me going.
That hooked you, right?
That hooked me, and wanted to keep doing more. And
Wow.
then I got into just playing with whoever I could for a little bit, or listening. I'm self-taught, but I like to say community talk, because when you hang out with, like when we hang out, it's like, what is that? What did you just play? You know, show me that chord, show me that lick, show me that song. You know,
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah, sure.
that.
You and I have done that forever with each other.
Yep. And remember when I got the Tracy Chapman gig, I called you up and I said, Dave, can you teach me 30 Tracy Chapman songs? I need to learn right now. Dave's great.
That's very funny. It was like what in a week?
Yeah, easily a week.
How about the Billy Joel that thing? Remember learning the Billy Joel stuff?
Yeah. I didn't get that gig.
I know, but
It was fun.
it was fun to whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You know the songs though now.
yeah.
Maybe if I could remember the songs now, I probably would have gotten the gig. No, no.
I don't think anyone could ever get that gig.
Yeah, and actually nobody got the gig, right? You know.
Yeah, nobody got that gig.
I don't feel that bad now.
So don't feel bad.
He is a piano man.
Hi, Billy. Hi, Crystal. It would have been a fun gig.
Awesome, awesome.
Oh,
Well, yeah,
man.
it's great. It's great to meet you, man. I mean, like I was telling you before, I met you at NAMM.
Yes.
You were walking out of one of the, the big. Which hotel has the big party?
They both do, the Hilton and the Marriott. My show was at the Marriott on the Thursday night, and there was a couple of thousand people in the lobby when we played. But there's like that every night at the Hilton. Hilton's leans more on the hard rock side, I think.
Okay, it was the Hilton then.
Okay.
It was the Hilton. I was hanging out with a friend of mine, and I saw you. I saw you with your guitar. You were like heading towards the door, like you wanted to get out of there. And
we played every night someplace. So, yeah.
So I ran up to you and I said, "Hey, I'm a friend of David Nesdall's, you know." And you're like, "Yeah," and you were telling me, you're like, "Oh, I'm so tired."
NAMM is usually pretty interesting for me. I was working for a company called Antares. They make the Auto-Tune plugin, but they also make an Auto-Tune guitar system.
Oh, cool.
Which is like guitar modeling. And so I was working for them, and I had a couple other appearances in the daytime and meetings. and then we were playing live every night. So I was a little bit tired. So.
Hmm. Yeah, we took a selfie though, so
Yes. Yeah.
I have a photo with you.
Okay.
Even if you have no memory of me, I remember you.
No, I totally remember it. But can you post that? Did you post that photo on your Facebook page or anything?
I did.
Okay.
I did. Yes.
All right.
Yeah. I'll find it. I'll find it on my phone before today is over, and
Okay.
I'll post it in some of
Post
the
it.
links that we posted this thing. And yeah, we have people watching us right now. People are watching. So anybody who's watching this, if you have any questions for Larry, any comments, you can leave them in the comments of this video, this YouTube video, or leave them wherever you saw the video on Facebook. You can leave them in the comments, and I'll be notified by that. Or you can tweet. You can tweet me or Larry. Uh,
Well, okay. Yeah, I'll have to figure out how to get into my tweet account.
So basically, you could just tweet Johnny and everything will be all right.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love Twitter. Twitter's amazing. It's all good stuff. It's amazing we can sit here and do this.
Yeah.
Where are you at right now, Larry? What
I'm
state
in
are you?
I'm in Alabama.
Alabama. Wow, you're in Alabama. I'm out in Santa Cruz, California.
And Dave's in Long Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is great. Real time. This is awesome.
It's amazing. It really is.
Technology can definitely
It's
be great. So.
only going to get better.
Yeah.
Pretty soon, our molecules will be able to crystallize or uncrystallize, and we'll be able to just, go anywhere.
Yeah. What's those the women on that when they touch you, your body turns into salt?
Oh, yeah.
I'll start.
From Star Trek, from the original series. I don't remember, but
Yeah.
the women were definitely something else.
Yeah. And how's this?
I am for you, James T. Kirk.
Huh?
I said, I am for you, James T. Kirk.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, oh,
God, I'm
here we
such a
go. Here's
geek.
technology. Here's technology. My mom just texted me. What time's your interview? It's sorry for texting in the middle of the interview here, man. It's
It's
Oh
okay.
no. It's all good. I'm trying to text right now myself. We got a question, and
Oh, good.
I'm just trying to find it.
Yeah, my mom follows me on Facebook.
Awesome. Say hello to your mom for us.
I will.
For me.
I will, Dave. Uh, how do I do this? All right, so we got dead space going. What's going on?
Oh,
No,
hey.
everything's all right. No. It's okay. It's okay.
So we got a question
Yeah.
from Lynn Marie Rusaw.
Yes. Hi, Lynn.
Is that right? R-U-S-A-W?
Yes. Oh,
Yes, Lynn. Hi, Lynn. Hey. Her question is, did you have fun making your music video for your title track for the new album?
I absolutely had a blast. It was great, and got to do some cool stuff on a little private jet and drive some nice cars, and it was fun. I had a blast.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thanks for making it happen.
Yeah. Standing on a wing of an airplane, that's insane.
Standing on a wing. A couple of spots where you can step on, and a couple of spots where if you step on the wrong way, then I'd owe a lot of money.
Wow.
It's amazing how fragile a plane is when you think about it. When you're flying through air at 600 miles an hour, and you think like, wow, this is pretty fragile.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Wow. So tell us about the new record. Tell us about some of the songs and the origins of it.
The origin of the record. Well, I have been writing. I put out the last record before this was Rhythm of Life, and it was 2.5 years ago. And then a year ago, I put out just a streaming EP, which has 4 songs on it. It was Never for Sale, and on that is The Honoring, which is an acoustic piece, Reflections, and I Can't Swim, as well as another song. And those 3 songs are on this record. They were never for sale. They're different versions, but they were never for sale. They were never on a release CD that you could buy or or a live or by download. But you could stream it back then for a little while on my website.
Mhm.
So I have a lot throughout the year. I record, I'll sit down and play guitar, and I'll come up with song ideas, and I'll record them on my phone. And when I get ready to make a record, I'll listen back. And this time I had like quite a bit of ideas because I was also working on other people's. I produce other artists, and as I work on other artists' records and stuff like that, I take a break and play guitar. And a lot of times I would come up with some new sounds, or new riffs, new chord progressions, new inspiration. And I've been traveling a lot, and
Mhm.
traveling inspires me. Um, it's weird because like a lot of times I'll come back to New York City, and it's like it's overstimulating. There's like so much going on, people I haven't seen in a long time, and then I leave, and I very rarely will create something now in New York City, even though I was born and raised there. But when I leave, it's like 3 days I'm laying down, and there's song ideas and thoughts and stuff that go through my head. And I was in New York a couple of times last year, and what I would do is pick up the guitar and play, and then when I got something cool, I would record it on my phone. Because if I didn't, I would, a couple of days later, I'd go, "What was that idea again?" And I'd be like,
Mhm.
lost. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny does that all the time. Like every minute of the day, he has a guitar on and a little recorder going.
Oh yeah. I can't even touch a guitar unless I have a tape rolling because the ideas just come out and you have to save them all. Otherwise, you forget.
yes,
You
I
know.
need to start doing with video though, because I still listen to it and go, "Yeah, I'm not sure what chord that is." Uh,
It's like it's like I'm so good I can't figure out my own stuff. you know?
or sometimes so sloppy. It's
Yeah.
like
That's so funny. Yeah, but it's all part of it. It's all
that,
part of it.
that chord has 7 notes in it. How's that possible?
That's
Mm,
funny. That's funny.
mhm.
So, all right.
Yeah.
So, tell us about um, some of the gear you used to record this record.
Funny you should say that, because for the first time, um, we sold pre-release copies of the record, which is a very simple artwork, kind of just a sleeve. And but the artwork for the official record is a trifold thing, and it has a list of the guitars and a lot of the gear that I used in the record. That's the first
Oh,
time,
cool.
and that was because I've gotten several emails, Facebook messages, and YouTube messages from people specifically asking what gear I used on what song and stuff like that. So at some point, I'm going to do a breakdown of whatever I can remember and whatever I wrote down of what I used on each song, and
Mhm.
that'll be on my website. But in the CD itself, there's a list of the guitars, and I use on Rhythm of Life. I used my Blazer, my custom shop Blazer that I've had since '96 or '98. I can't remember which one that one is. And then this this Nags 7 that I've been playing pretty religiously for a while now, and the Nags Chenna, which is a hollow body. I used that on a lot of the tracks. But for this new record, The Traveler, most of the solos were done on this guitar, on this Severn, this Nags Severn that Joe Nags made for me.
Mhm.
Um, I think there are parts of one solo that are done on the Chenna, and I have this awesome SG Junior that someone talked me into getting that I love. Um, and I've used it live a couple of times, but it sounds great for soloing. I don't know, it has some magic about it. And I did some cool solos on the record for this, but uh, they didn't end up staying. I ended up getting inspired again to redo those solos, and I did them with this guitar. But originally, some of the solos were done on that SG. Let
Yeah,
me.
it's that P90. That P90 sound. It barks.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is that. Whoops, I'm falling here. This is that SG Junior that my friend Dave. I mean, somebody. I
That's okay. You can mention me.
what was
Absolutely.
it? This is like 4 years ago, 3 years ago.
3 years ago, I think. I love that guitar.
Yeah, this was at Sam Ash in Huntington. No, no,
No, Carl Place.
Carl
Carl
Place.
Place Sam Ash.
Yeah, and those guys gave me like one of those prices that you just go, oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I'll take 5.
Well, like, uh, let's see. And this is the hollow body China that Joe made for me. And
Yeah,
this is
that.
complete hollow body. It's absolutely a beautiful guitar. It sounds great. Um, and it's number 130. Yeah.
Wow,
Uh,
that's beautiful.
so I play this a lot. I don't take it out on the road too much because it's really nice. And
Hmm.
my other neck has been kind of everywhere, and it's got battle scars. It's got
Yeah.
shows. But this guitar sounds great as well. And on my Rhythm of Life record, Fairies and Dragons, this is the guitar that's on that solo, and it sounds really thick. I like that.
That's so good. That's
Um,
so cool. Hey, show that one more time. Show the face of that one more time. That's just Johnny. Look at that guitar, man. That's gorgeous, right?
What kind of bridge is that?
it's Joe's his unique bridge is where the bridge and the tailpiece are they're together, so it helps sustain.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Both the ones on the Severn is like that too. Is where it's like a telly almost. It's got a plate. I'll show you
Hmm.
that.
Hmm. Very cool.
Yeah, that's a great guitar. Both those guitars are fantastic.
Yes,
Hmm.
so Joe has this concept where there's a plate when there's a single coil, even though this is a stacked Damasio single coil. There's a plate that goes around it, kind of like the telly concept,
Yeah.
and it's attached
Yeah.
to the bridge. And actually, what's cool is that the bridge isn't screwed in like normal. It's attached to this. It's attached to the plate, so it doesn't wear down. You know how like if you got like a Strat type bridge, it may wear down after a while if you do lots
Yeah,
of pressure.
sure.
The wood, that doesn't happen in this.
That's great.
And this has my little logo in there.
The little Larry.
Yeah,
Wow, that's awesome.
thanks.
That's very cool, man.
Yeah,
And
that's a great
Cool.
guitar.
I did
Let's
use
see.
let's see. This is a 52 ES125.
Yeah.
I use this on Soul Shaker and a little bit on Every Day. And it's out
Wow,
too.
what a cool guitar.
Well, one of these days I'll learn how to tune.
Is that a P90?
P90. That's what they call it.
Nice. I love P90s. Those have to be my favorite pickups, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. It's funny. I've taken this guitar and the SG Junior, which has a P90 in the bridge. So this one has it in the neck, and the other one in the bridge. And I've used them live a couple of times, and people were worried that like it was going to feed back, and I didn't really have a problem with it. They both sound great.
Oh, that's cool.
It's better when it's in tune.
Cool.
Well, it's a hollow body. They're hardly ever in tune, those things.
Okay.
They feed back so much, they feed back themselves out of tune.
Yeah.
So you're just like up there, just like shaking.
Dave, do you remember that?
Yes, I do. I love that guitar.
Nice.
It's this, and I have a gold top. This is an R8 that Dave helped me sit through a bunch of guitars trying to find the right one.
Mm-hmm.
I traded a few memories for it.
Yeah. Yeah. What a great guitar. That's awesome.
Okay. We have another question from Lynn. Lynn Marie Roussaw. Hey, Lynn. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, it's a great gold top.
So I believe I tried to be true, but you never know in the mixing. I think the burst is on the right side and the Les Paul's on the left side. I mean the Les Paul.
The gold
burst
top
is on the right. Gold top's on the left side. On most of the time, whenever there's a chunky rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, in the stereo spectrum.
Yes.
Very cool. Very cool.
All right. So
So
Uh,
Lynn has another question.
okay.
yeah, Lynn says, "Are you looking forward to the upcoming Albuquerque Film and Music Experience event that you're performing at again this year?"
I am, and this year is going to be really special because they're honoring a friend of mine, Nathan East, and
Oh, I
so
love Nathan.
yeah, Nathan and James East, who uh, me and James played together for a good 6 years in San Diego and a little bit after San Diego, and
Hmm.
there's going to be some surprise guests. I don't know if Lynn wants to give away who's the guest star, but it's pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to that, and they're going to show my music video, "The Traveler," as well. At the it's going to debut at the film festival. So I'm
That's
excited about that.
awesome.
Cool,
That's so
cool.
cool.
She also says was very cool seeing photos pop up from last year's Randy Castillo movie.
Yes. Do you guys know who Randy Castillo was?
No.
Drummer,
No.
great drummer. Played with Ozzy. Played with quite a few people, and
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
So there was a thing in Albuquerque last year, and there's a film, great documentary that came out about Randy's life and how giving he was, and I got to play at the after party with Carmine Rojas. He was
Yeah, yeah. Joe Bonamassa's bass player.
yeah, and Carmine got me my first real world tour. That was the Miguel Bosé tour. So I've known
Oh, no
Carmine.
kidding.
Yeah, I've known Carmine since the late '80s. Um,
Wow.
and there were quite a few people there, and it was great. It was a really a very very moving night and wonderful, exciting night last year. So, hey, Lynn, is Carmine coming this year? I thought Carmine was coming to help honor Nathan East. I'm not sure if he's in town now. Maybe she'll answer that.
Hmm. She probably will.
Hey, Lynn.
Hi, Lynn.
Oh man, that's so funny.
There you go.
She says
Wow, that
no.
telly sounds fantastic.
Lynn says no.
Nice. Oh, he's not. All right.
She says hi. Hey, good to meet you, Lynn.
Yeah. So, have you used that telly at all on any of the records or on any of the songs on the record?
Yeah, you know what? I have to think. I have to really think. I know I used it. So Dave, I don't know if you remember that Blazer telly I have.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
The black one with the maple neck.
Yeah. So I've used a telly um, almost on every record I've produced, probably since probably since 2003, 2004.
Hmm.
Because they just work in recording. They just work. They don't. They find a spot in the track.
Absolutely, I agree
So if
with
I'm
you.
doing lots of overdubs,
Yeah, they're
but
great. Their tellies are fantastic for recording.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, just when I'm doing lots of overdubs and I'm layering guitars, if I grab at some point I'm going to grab the telly because it's going to work. It's going to stand out and not be too obnoxious, but it's gonna work without having to do a lot to it in the mix. And so this guitar, I have a couple other tellies, but this is the one that's been out for a while, and so I know I've used it on the record. I'm trying to remember. It's so ingrained in me that to use the telly in different spots. I just don't remember where I used it.
Hmm.
The other guitars I can remember it specifically, but I'm so used to like, all right, of course I gotta have the telly on this part, or I gotta do this part, so I'll grab the telly.
Hmm.
I think I wrote down some spots, but when you're in the heat of the moment, it's just like, all right, you just gotta grab for what go for what works. And I know the telly's work. And this one's really cool. It's got a V-neck, which
Hmm.
I never thought would be great for me, but it's actually feels amazing.
Yeah.
Um, and it's just a cool guitar. I don't even know how to explain it. It's bare bones. I used to. I don't know if my friend Kelly Accuso was watching. Kelly and Ira, we used to have this saying back in the '80s about you have to be really good to play a telly. You either had to be a singer-songwriter, and Bruce Springsteen is absolutely great, but you either have to be a singer-songwriter or Jeff Beck, because Jeff Beck was playing tellies back then, or like a Nashville country player. So I was always like, I have a hard time trying to play a telly out live, because I'm like, I get that in my head. Oh, you got to be really good to play a telly. But I did when I got this guitar, I did a little run of shows, a couple of shows with Katie Martin, a singer-songwriter here in Alabama that I produced. And we did a festival, and I took this guitar as well as my Severin. And, so that was probably one of the few times I've ever taken a telly and played it out live. And I think it was fun. It was fun. Oh, someone else.
Yeah.
Who, me?
Oh, it sounded like someone else chimed in.
Yeah, it sounded like it was on your end, John.
Oh yeah. It's I think it's Lynn. Nice to meet you guys, kind of.
Thanks, Lynn. Same here.
Yeah. I mean, it's in real time, so I'm actually waving to you right now, Lynn.
Okay. So just got to put out there, Lynn directed the Traveler video, and she did awesome. I mean, I showed up, and she said, "Yeah, we're gonna do a scene on a plane." I'm like, "What plane?" Yeah, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. I'm like, "All right," and then we did them. So Lynn did an amazing job with that video.
Oh, that's so cool. I wish we could actually cut to the video to show, but this is not that type of show.
Oh wait, here you go.
Awesome.
Ingenuity. It just takes ingenuity.
There you go.
Yeah. We almost actually could. I mean, there is the technology within this to do that, but that's something we really haven't played with yet, because since you guys are on iPads, you wouldn't see it.
Oh, that's right. We have to be on computers.
Everybody on a computer can see it. Yeah. So Lynn, she posted the information April 23rd.
The weekend of my birthday.
And there's a link.
There's the video. Technology.
Awesome.
Let me see if I can get to the wing, standing in the wing spot.
Were you actually up in the air flying when you did that?
No.
Oh,
You guys like, huh?
Johnny Bean.
You know, the CGI today is so incredible.
That's so funny.
Well, I think it cuts back.
I see me. I'm in the video. Oh.
There you go. I bet it comes back. There you go.
Yeah, that's. Very cool.
Anyway, check out the video if you can. Please check out the video. It's very, very cool.
Oh yeah. Once this video is done, I'll put the link to that video in this video.
Okay, awesome.
I can actually put it on the screen. I can actually put an annotation that says "click here" and it'll go right to that video.
Technology.
So technology. Yes.
Amazing.
You know, it's only because of technology me and Nesdal are friends.
That's right, because we actually hate each other.
Wow.
Oh, it's so funny.
No.
We've never met in person. So yeah, it's.
You guys never met?
We've never met in person. No.
Oh, wait, I met him before you did?
Yeah.
Check it out. Yeah, I found the photo actually. I found the. There we are, right there together.
Oh yeah.
Right there.
That's it.
Right there. See.
That's awesome.
So now, Nesdal, you and I need a selfie then at some point.
Yeah, we need to get together.
Dave, you coming to summer? You coming to winter now?
I'm gonna try. I can't guarantee it, but I'm gonna try. You know, the reason why it's so tough, and I've said this before, um, is that I visit my dad twice or three times a year in North Carolina, and his birthday is in January,
Oh, okay.
and that's what and having pets, a dog and three cats. I really have no one to. I can't ask my mom to come and take care of the animals for so long, three times a year, and then go on more vacations to NAMs and stuff. It's very tough. So I have to kind of pick and choose my battles.
Okay.
If I mean, yeah, my mom lives across the street, so it's kind of easy. But she has a life too, so I can't ask her. And Dennis, my roommate, he's allergic to animals. He doesn't like to go near them to begin with, so I can't ask him to do anything.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but it is what it is. I'm gonna try to though. I make a valiant effort every year, and maybe this year it'll be the time.
All right. Well, if there's anybody watching that lives out in Long Island that likes dogs and cats and looking at guitars that can help Dave out, help Dave go to Winter NAMM.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd like to go to Summer NAMM again this year. I don't know if I can make that. You're going to that, right, Larry?
Most likely.
Mm-hmm.
There's a slim chance I might be in Italy, but more than likely I'm going.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that was fun last year. And this year I could walk much better, so I won't have to ask you to carry me.
You guys met up at Summer NAMM?
Yeah.
Summer NAMM.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very cool. What a great time. Actually, it was very hot, but it was a great time.
Yeah. I remember, Dave, you kept texting me because I had friends that were there, and I was trying to coordinate to get you and my friends to meet up at some point, and it didn't happen. And,
Yeah. Another time.
Mm-hmm.
Another time.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. What did we cover? We covered a bunch of stuff. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing with Stuart Copeland.
Or
what you've done.
What I've done. After a year ago, Winter NAMM, my friend Brian Hargrove, who for years played bass in Public Enemy, called and told me about a project he wanted to do with Stuart Copeland on drums, one of my favorite drummers in the world, my top three favorite drummers. And at the time, it was going to be Chuck D from Public Enemy, and it was just going to be a 1 to 5 song thing. Stuart does these songs from the Grove videos where he has people play and they just jam, and he shoots a video on 5 or 6 cameras the entire time, and he edits the music and the video together afterwards, and then puts them out. So he's got a YouTube page out there with some cool stuff, some surprising people playing on it too. You should check that out. And so as we got closer, it became more obvious that it was probably going to be a band of some sort. And I was really excited about that. So we got together at Stuart's place, and it was absolutely amazing. It was fun. Chuck wasn't there, but it was Brian and Stuart and myself, and we just jammed. And we were supposed to come up with 1 to 5 pieces. I think we came up with 12, 14 pieces.
Wow.
It was a blast. And, I was so nervous. I was coming back from Alaska. I spent all of last February in Alaska doing a native play called Spirit, the Seventh Fire of Alaska. And I was so worried about, because the airlines have lost my gear a couple of times. So the kind people, I use a thing called a Fractal Audio Axe Effects, and the kind people at Fractal sent a backup unit there. And when I got there, Stuart had taken it out and plugged it in already. And he goes, "Yeah, what is this thing? It's amazing. It sounds great." I'm like, so I told him about it. And of course, now Stuart has one. And but the airline did not lose my gear, so I had 2 of them there.
Nice.
And we just played. We just played from the hip, just played for however we felt. I also I had a couple other pieces of gear there. TC Electronics sent some cool pedals for me to have just to be great on the spot. everybody, that we spoke to about it was really, really helpful. And
Mhm.
and then we did it. We did the songs. Brian started editing them, and then Chuck uh, is no longer part of it. And so now, for a while, it's been a current. It's been a search, a worldwide search for singers, and so we're looking for singers who can sing in another language as well as English. And from Brian's perspective, probably a little bit of rapping in some sense as well.
Ooh.
And this past NAMM show, we got together and we had a nice little press conference meeting thing at NAMM, and that was a lot of fun. Um, and Brian actually got to listen to some singers that submitted at the NAMM show, and I think there's quite a few people that are in the running right now. I know we got some people from Reverb Nation, um, Gibson, Gibson Guitars and Brands helped find some people as well. Um, it's a massive thing. So Brian is really taking the ball and running with it. Stuart and I are just kind of hanging back and calling every now and then and go, so what's going on? All right, cool. So as far as I'm concerned, I got to play with Stuart Copeland. It was a dream come true. Every time he hit a splash cymbal, it sent chills down my spine. It's like he's the only one to ever hit a splash cymbal. I was, it's just,
Yeah.
it's Stuart Copeland,
Yeah, yeah, of course. He's a hero, absolutely.
Yeah, we did a cool video too where Stuart and I both traded instruments. So he's running around like a maniac with my guitar, and I'm banging on his drums. So I got to play his drums, including his snare drum that's been on every Police song.
Wow.
Yeah,
Amazing, man.
Yeah.
That's insane. Wow.
Amazing. Is that video on YouTube?
It is not. It's part of the Whole World Band, which is an app that lets people audition for the vocal for the band. I will see if I can find the link. Dave's yawning on live TV.
I heard about this.
The yawn?
I heard well, no, I see that yawn every time we do this, but no, the app. I heard about that. Isn't there there's a video on that, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a bunch of videos. So like if you wanted to, it's meant for jamming, and we're using it as an audition tool. So if you wanted to jam live, you can post a video jamming, and then someone else can download the video and then add themselves to it as well.
Yeah, there's like a promo video on it where it shows a bunch of people playing together and stuff.
Yes, and I believe, because I know the person that did our videos is Kevin Godley, and he did most of, if not all of the Police videos.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's part of that app. And actually, Stuart did not realize that that he was part of that until after it was the first video was edited. We have 2 videos up there. So that was kind of cool. And it's a funky video. It's a very funky, wild video. Part of my scenes was shot by Craig Anderton in the Gibson offices in Nashville. Craig is the vice president of Gibson Brands, and so he was like, yeah. And so he was they were helping out at that phase of the process, and so he said, just come into the office, we'll shoot some video. So we shot some video there, and it was pretty wacky.
Oh wow, that's always fun. Shooting video at a guitar company. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
So how many different guitars did you use in that video?
Well, I brought my gold top. I had it with me. I used maybe 4 or 5 guitars. Water was like kind of hanging on the wall close by. Fun. It was fun.
That's cool. Very cool.
So I'm waiting to find out, just like everybody else. The tracks sound great. I have a funny feeling once we get the singer, we're going to go back in and recut tracks. But I'm going to hold on to the memories and also hold on to those original tracks because they were fun. Obviously, we can't do anything with them right now until we know what's going on. But still was a blast to play with. Absolutely.
I would imagine. Jesus, playing with that guy.
That's amazing.
Cool.
That's
now,
amazing.
who played bass?
Brian.
Oh, okay. That's wow.
It's amazing. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Stuart. I know all of his solo work. and I mean everything. Everything he's ever done, I know or I own.
Okay.
And I worked at this guitar store in Berkeley, California, 10, 11, 12, 15 years ago, whatever. And one of the regular customers of the shop is Les Claypool.
Oh, okay.
So he comes walking in one day, and he was asking for the owner, who wasn't there at the time. I don't. You might know. Are you familiar with Subway Guitars in Berkeley?
No. Mm-mm.
You've never heard of that? Yeah. The owner, his name's Fat Dog,
Okay.
and he's worldwide known by everybody. Les Claypool, Satriani used to teach lessons there back in '79. Years and years. But anyway, so Claypool comes in, and he's asking for a specific what was it, like an eco, some specific part to a bass or something. But the owner wasn't there at the time, so I couldn't get the part. It was in another room that was locked up. But I knew that he had just started working with Copeland
Yeah.
for Oysterhead was the band at the time. So I remember saying to him, "Hey, I'm a huge fan of Stuart Copeland. It's like I wasn't even paying attention to him, Primus, because they're local to where I am or where I was at the time. So a lot of these guys you see all the time,
Okay.
But so I'm just talking to him like, hey, Stuart Copeland, he's amazing, and I'm like, oh, I'm a huge fan of his, and he's like, yeah, so am I, And then I saw them when they played. They performed at the Greek Theater in Berkeley, and
Okay.
it was amazing. It was an amazing show, and I've met Copeland twice, a couple times,
Okay.
and I love his stuff. I love the Police,
Yeah.
Andy Summers. I've
I
met Andy
wait.
Summers a billion
He's,
times.
I'm waiting to meet Andy Summers. I've met Sting,
Hmm.
but I haven't met Andy Summers yet. So I'm looking forward to that. Andy just got an Axe Effects as well. So I told him I went out to help Stuart program it a little bit and understand it, and he told me that Andy had just got one. Um, so if Andy needs help, just let me know. I gladly come out and show you some anything I know on the Axe Effects.
Which is everything.
So I don't know about that, but I know somewhat.
Cool.
Yeah,
Well,
good stuff.
I know his right hand man, so I can get you in touch with him if you want.
Okay.
Andy Summers.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay. Cool.
That's cool. You want to play something?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the conversation. I'm just.
We have people watching us.
That's good.
Does anybody have any questions? Any comments? You can leave them in the comments of this video on YouTube.
I guess I should check my Facebook page as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Lynn
cool.
added me to her circles on Google Plus.
Okay.
Cool. Hey, Lynn. I'll add you back.
That's awesome.
Yeah, since this is like live TV now, everybody can just sit here and here's what we really do, and we're all just staring at our phones.
Yeah. Now that we're all together, let's all just text. It's almost like it is every day.
Yes.
It's like, oh, I got to check my Snapchat,
Yeah.
Snapchat. All right.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool app. I mean, it's when used for good and not evil, it's actually pretty good. It's pretty funny.
I think teenagers have found a different way to use it.
Yes.
Oh, they've
Probably.
found ways to use everything that shouldn't. I believe not everybody should be allowed on the internet. You have to. It's just the internet is a great tool. I mean, look at us. We're in different parts of the country, having a great time hanging out. People watching us and stuff, and yeah, technology is awesome, but used in weird ways.
Safely. Used
not so.
safely, it's awesome.
Yes.
Oh, man. So, Larry, would you consider that guitar in your hands right now your favorite guitar?
Absolutely, right now it's my favorite guitar. It's been since getting it pretty much.
Yeah,
Um,
because I honestly, since you've had it, I haven't seen you use really anything else. You know, that seems to be the go-to.
yeah, I've taken some other guitars out a little bit, but I usually don't play them for more than a couple of songs. This guitar has been around,
Hmm.
um, it's been traveling with me for a while.
Yeah.
Uh, I got that Sunburst Les Paul on Long Island, and remember I used that at a couple of
Yeah,
shows.
that was fun. Yeah, yeah, sure.
Um,
You played the bitter end with that. You played KJ Farrell's with that.
yeah, yeah, and I took it. I don't know why, but for some reason I took it on the road a couple of summers ago, um, which was really cool. But I was like, oh wait, it's Les Paul. I don't know. I don't know if she's taking it on the road. Um, I know plenty of people take them on the road,
Absolutely.
but that's cool. And then I got the gold top from my friend Billy, who's Billy Gadall.
Yeah, Billy Gadol, good friend of mine too.
That was Billy's guitar, and he lives in Charleston now, and I would go play in Charleston. And one time I got to jam with him at his blues jam,
Hmm.
and I used his Les Paul. And go, wow, this is really cool. So when it came up um, that he wanted to get rid of it, I was like, all right, let me sell some guitars and some gear, and I got that guitar. So it's great. I already had already I was already familiar with it.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's nice. I remember it being here, and I was like, wow, should I send it to Larry or?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hey, I gotta I don't know if you can hear. I'll play a little bit of it. This is a song from the new record that I'm really happy. It's kind of funky. It's called Uh-huh. You guys hear that?
Yeah.
Is it loud enough? Too loud?
No, it's fine.
Long intro. So one of the things I've had about this record is that there's lots of funky elements. Actually, if you pull the main lead guitar track off, there's a whole lot of funk underneath. There's lots of little uh, there's a lot of
Awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
There's a lot of awesome.
thing. So I should probably do a little maybe a video or post something where just because I mean one of the things I'm proud of is all the stuff underneath that you really have to listen to with headphones in here. But
Hmm.
if you pull off the lead guitar, there's all that. But there's like two, three guitars that will make up. They're all playing little funky riffs that make up the whole feel.
That's
So
the magic of a good right hand. You know, you got your picking hand is pretty phenomenal.
thanks. Well, I'm trying. Some
Yeah.
guitars will be like, oh no, you gotta practice. But
No, well, yeah, you do have. Well, I mean, but you do it, and I mean, Jesus, your rhythm is just ridiculous.
thanks, man. Thank you. I'm gonna try.
It's all that Nile Rodgers stuff.
Woo, Nile.
Which brings me to my next question. Tell us a little bit about your influences, your guitar influences.
Lots of influence, but Nile is definitely one. Nile's an influence as a guitarist and a producer. At one point, Nile had he had like 8 of the top 10 records in the charts that he produced. From the David Bowie Let's Dance to Madonna's Like a Virgin. Um, Remember the first David Lee Roth record, not the Eat 'Em and Smile, but the other one with
Oh, the
Mr.
EP.
Gigolo?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Hmm.
did some of that.
Hmm.
Chaka Khan, uh, Steve Winwood, Higher Learning, Higher Love.
Yeah, yeah, Higher Love.
Hard Love.
The B-52s, Love Shack, that
Oh,
record.
really? He did
All
that? I
Yeah,
didn't know
all that
that.
stuff was on the charts at the same time.
Wow.
But when I
Ah.
was coming up in high school days, Niall was some of the people that might not be familiar with him, they're familiar with songs he did. He co-wrote with Bernard Edwards and produced were like Le Freak, or One Love. Uh, but Niall is where I first got into that whole the whole left hand, the whole right hand thing.
Yeah.
So that was
Yeah.
cool. I got into Prince, um, which was awesome. It was just, Prince is just a force to be reckoned with, and
Yeah.
especially on guitar. A little bit, I used to listen to the Isley Brothers with Ernie Isley because that was just grooving. I'm like, what's that sound? There's like a sound in the background that's going on, and it was Ernie Isley wailing away. Um, and my mom kind of got me into Steve Ray Vaughan, and see, then I got into Hendrix a little bit, and and then more and more later on. And then Eric Johnson. Well, I got into Van Halen. A guy in high school, Richie, and I can't remember his last name. He was in a band that was I was friends with called the Cheats, and they were something else in the early days too. Um, but it was Lou Guerrero and Gabe Guerrero and Roberto. Man, my brain is going back to high school. I'm trying to remember. But anyway, they had a band, and we used to talk about music, like what was better music and stuff like that. And I love all kind of music. And Richie's mom, the guitar player, had worked at the NASA Coliseum, and he had tickets to go see Van Halen. And he goes, "You want to come?" I'm like, "What's Van Halen?"
What is a Van Halen?
What's a Van Halen? This had to be like
That's
80,
what this is.
81 maybe. Yeah, there you go.
What kind of car is that?
Yes, yeah,
It's a souped up van or something.
it's a Halen van. Uh, and we were on the floor right in front of the stage, and it was like one of those oh my moments. And so that was into Van Halen, and I got into um, I like really got into it, and then I got into some Zeppelin stuff with Page. And oddly enough, the last year of high school was '82, and I remember Billy Squier was big.
Oh yeah, he was huge.
Billy,
MTV, all they played was Billy Squier.
yep. So my last Van Halen, Prince, Zeppelin, Billy Squier, The Police, and then towards the end the Cars. So I ended up working, with Bill Squire, which and standing on stage at rehearsal. I remember the first time just kind of doing that and going, man, this is cool. This is cool. Open your eyes and oh wait, that is Billy right there. And it was cool. And I wish I was into vintage guitars then because Billy had some amazing guitars on the road. Amazing guitars. And the same thing with Rick. Standing on stage playing, you grooving it, it feels great, and you kind of look over and go, that really is Rick. Okay, all right, it's cool. Um, and then not playing Police songs, but playing with Stewart and the same thing. So very cool.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
that's
amazing.
awesome.
That's amazing. So what did you play with Billy Squier?
what did we played Billy's hits. We played stuff from that new record. It was Matter Creatures of Habit tour. Was that the Creatures of Habit? Yeah, Creatures of Habit tour.
Hmm.
So we played
I have a cassette from that tour where you're on it somewhere in my house. Yeah.
I know that song. Yeah. So you played. So what year was this when you played with him?
91.
91. Okay. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. He's great. I mean,
Yeah, Larry was, oh my God, like forget it.
Oh, sorry.
It was just incredible. I remember watching those shows when Jeff Golub was where you were standing where that was Jeff's chair.
Oh yeah.
And then hearing you play it, I was like, wow. Not only is he playing? That's my buddy playing with Billy Squier in Jeff Golub's chair. It's like, it was weird, but the most cool thing on the planet. It was like the coolest thing on the planet. I was like, wow.
Well, I was approaching it totally different, but because Jeff was great, but I had to approach it totally different. I had to do it kind of my way. And fortunately, Billy liked it at the moment.
Yeah.
We had a fun time. Billy is a great rhythm player. He's a great player in general, but like I was surprised at how funky Billy actually is, and very funky guitar player, very funky.
Mm-hmm.
And I had the Bradshaw rig, but I had a Mesa Boogie quad preamp, a Marshall preamp, and I think part of that tour I had the Soldano. Remember that 2-channel Soldano?
Yeah, sure. That purple Soldano head.
Yeah. But Billy's idea of channel switching was a 50-watt Marshall head. I think he used mostly the JCM 800 series. 50-watt head for leads and 100-watt for clean. And he changed guitars if he wanted to sound different. He had an AB box and a wah pedal. So if he wanted like a thinner sound, he used a Nocaster and a Telly. If he wanted, he didn't really use Strat too much. If he wanted a little bit beefier sound, he used a Les Paul Jr. And if he wanted to go for the gold, he went for a gold top or burst. He had that 58 burst on the road, and he had some insane and great tone.
Oh, he always had great tone. Even today, I mean, I've heard him play. Even last year, he played with Bonamassa. He was a Bonamassa special guest on a show. I saw that on YouTube. Yeah. He sounded great, and his playing it sounded great again. Like he's been practicing. It sounds good.
He's been doing benefits for a charity, and I forget which one. I spoke with Billy maybe 2-3 months ago. So he's been doing like a lot of solo stuff. And oddly enough, I think he said he had a VG8 on the road. We're doing the solo stuff, which is kind of interesting. But I'm pretty sure it sounded great.
Yeah, I bet.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Didn't he have, Dave and I, we talk about Kramer guitars a lot. Uh-huh. Didn't Billy Squier have a Kramer signature guitar?
He had a red, on the road, we had this thing, he had a red Kramer guitar, and I had a red guitar, and the reds didn't match. So I couldn't use my red guitar.
Yeah, he had a candy apple red Beretta.
Yeah, although it was on the tour, I don't ever remember him using it at one of the shows.
I think supposedly he used it on the encore, just on an encore, on the encore song.
When
supposedly, might not have been when you played with him. It might have been a tour after that. Not the greatest hits tour, but the one just before that. The one with Don't say you love me. That song.
Yeah.
This right here. This guitar. Didn't he have one of these?
Yeah. Let me hang on a second.
Right
Don't go anywhere.
Right
there. You know what?
Right there. It's like a P90. Yeah. P90 Kramer.
That's cool. Yeah. The guitar I saw him with was definitely a Beretta, but I remember him using that too. Or I don't know if he used it, but I remember him having that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Very cool.
It was definitely fun. We had some good times playing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, wow. Wow.
Yes. We have another comment.
Okay.
Oh, I think we have a few comments.
OG,
Huh?
OG rated.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a family show. This is definitely a
Yeah.
family show.
Yeah, come on. We have, uh, I don't think I read this already, did I? Uh,
I,
Rosie McPherson
Hi, Rosie.
says, "Hi, Larry.
Hi, Rosie.
Sounds awesome." She says, "Did I read that already? I can't remember."
no, you didn't.
So, and then Lynn Marie Rousseau
Hmm?
chimes in on Twitter this time.
Okay.
She says she's getting so many notes from fans of yours that can't leave posts. So hi from Rosie, hi from Cynthia, hi from Christy.
Okay.
Is that right?
Okay. I don't know. They can't leave posts. Why can't they leave posts?
I don't know. I don't know. Well, a lot of people who watch YouTube, not everybody has a YouTube account.
Oh, okay.
So to leave a comment to say hi, within YouTube, you have to have a YouTube account. You have to be signed in.
Yes. So they can
So
track you.
yeah.
Comment. Who left that comment?
Yeah. Who is this?
Cool. Thank you, guys.
Yes. Yeah. This is great though. We have 12 people watching us right now.
Yeah, that's great.
But it fluctuates. It goes, it's like by the time we turn this off, it'll say like 5,000 people, looked at us. So
That's a great amount.
So yeah. Yeah. And I'm blurry. Hang on, I gotta focus my camera.
Hello.
There we go. Yeah, my lighting is so bad, but you know, it's because of the time of the day out here in California. The sun just shines right through, and
Where are you in California?
I'm in Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz. Oh, okay.
You know
I
Santa Cruz?
I played that university right there with Joy Harjo. She's a Native American poet, author, saxophone player, flute player, singer.
Hmm.
Cool.
So, all right, that brings me to another question. You have a Grammy.
Yes.
Tell us about the Grammy and what you got it for. Tell us about what you did to get
It's heavy. It's very heavy. It's shiny. I produce and engineer a lot of Native American records. I work with a lot of Native American. I'm walking around the studio. Can you see me? Did I lose you guys?
No, we got you.
There's the guitar world over there, and then that's the pedal world ish. Another guitar world over here. Oh, can you see that?
Yeah, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm falling. I can't get up. Like I said, it's heavy. I produce.
That's amazing.
Work with artist named Robert Mirabal. I was in Robert's band since 2003, I believe. Yes, 2003 or 4. Can't remember. Dave, you should also play this head one of these days. It's ridiculous.
Oh, look at that.
But and we did a I'll give you a little quick tour. I don't know if you can see that, but that's a lap steel that I've used on a bunch of records, although I can't play lap steel.
Thank God for Pro Tools.
Oh yeah, and just wanting cool sound here and there. Let's see. Alan Wallard from Silverwave Records at the time suggested that we do a Native American flute record, and Robert wasn't really into doing a flute record at the time because he'd done them years ago. But he agreed to do it, and do it under a different name. So we came up with the name. He came up with the name Johnny Whitehorse, and so we did a series of 3 records. First, and I had no idea how to make a flute record. I grew up in the pop world. I understand pop, rock, R&B, adult contemporary, and country. And so I made a pop flute record, Native American flute record is the best way to describe it. And so when Robert came in and heard I had started working on about 5 songs before he got there, and then he laid some flute down and he left and he came back and I did the same thing. And so we finished the first record in 9 hours. And the record company, I remember calling Alan and going, all right, so we got half the record done. He goes, no, you don't. I said, yeah, it's half the record's done. He goes, let me hear it. So I emailed it to him, and he called me back like in the middle of the night. He goes, that's insane. And so we finished the record the next day. It got a lot of notice, and then we did the next record, which took about 2 weeks. And that's the one that won the Grammy. And then the third record came out, was nominated for a Grammy, and did not win. And we did not go because, I don't know, we just didn't think, well, it's cool to be nominated. We're probably not going to win. And then I remember we were doing one of Robert's shows with the band in Hollywood, Florida at the Hard Rock down there. And it was a couple of days before we were thinking, we should probably go. But it was too late. It was because it was the 50th Grammy Awards, and once you didn't buy those tickets, the tickets were gone, and Robert didn't get the free ticket, or he had that thing for his free ticket. He didn't, if you don't fill it out, you don't, it's all gone. Mm-hmm. And I remember being in bed watching that part of the awards were on online, and watching it and going, wow, okay. And then they called the name, and I'm like, oh wow, we just won.
Wow.
And it was just silence. And you want to rewind and go, wait, are we sure? But there was no rewind button. Like right now, there's no rewind button. Right? So,
man, what year was this?
What a crazy feeling.
Technically, the record came out 2007. I think we got the award in 2008. I could be wrong. I could be 2007 we got the award. I'm trying to remember. Mind you, I don't drink or do drugs, never have, never will, but I still can't remember. I think it was 2007 the record came out, and we got the award in 2008, the beginning of 2008.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. That's so great.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Yeah, that's the first time I actually heard the story.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Yeah, I have I'm related. We're trying to figure out how we're actually related. My dad. Well, I shouldn't go into this on a live, video. Let's just say I'm related to somebody who won, I believe, the very first Grammy in the Native American category.
Robbie Robertson?
Was he the first one to win?
I think so.
Okay, then maybe the second. Well, anyway,
get your facts straight, kid.
I'm related to a guy
right now, right, Len? Len's probably Googling to see who won the first one.
Well, there's how do I explain this? I'm related to somebody. Well, I'll just say his name. His name's Tom B.
Oh yeah, I know Tom.
You know Tom?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm related to him.
Okay.
Yeah, he's actually. We think him and my dad are twins.
What?
Yeah, we think my dad and him were actually, well, maybe not twins, but related. Like they look identical.
All right, let me explain something. So if you're twins, usually you know about it. Unless there's an iron mask and some musketeers involved. Somehow, you kind of know.
Yeah,
okay.
But we're dealing with Johnny Bean, and he's from California.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Tom, he's in Albuquerque.
Yes.
But anyway, so they're not twins, but they look identical. If I was to show you, I'll show you when we get off this. You know what Tom looks like. I'll show you a photo of my dad, and they look identical. You see them together. But anyway, Uh, so I don't know whatever Tom won the Grammy in 2000, 2001,
Okay.
one of those years. But
I'm
he
looking
was
at Tom's phone number right now.
maybe he wasn't the first to win, but he was always he's one of the guys who pushed for the Native American category.
Probably, yeah, yeah, because he was in a Native American band that was popular years and years ago.
Uh, I want to say Exit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I'm not lying. I'm yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. See, it's a small world, man.
All right.
It's very small.
Well,
But yeah.
send me a picture of your dad, and I'll send it to Tom.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. He knows my dad. Yeah. We.
Oh, okay. All right. Never
Oh
mind.
yeah. 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 I mean, I haven't really talked to Tom, and it's been several years, but he actually he's been very very cool. He sends me stuff, CDs, because their own, his own company that he produces a lot of different artists, a lot of
Yeah.
different Native American artists. A lot of it is like rock, rap, a lot of different things,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
So, what is he? I mean, were they born in the same place, same city?
Um, I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't know if we should be talking about this on a live
Okay.
video, but
All right. Never mind. Never mind.
yeah, I'll talk to you later about all this stuff. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's very interesting. It's very, very interesting. So, and look at this. Now you can see me. Now the lighting is getting much better. So here I am.
There you go. And
Hey,
there you
Lynn.
are.
I think Lynn said something again. But yeah, that's amazing, man. It's a small world. It
That's
really
so
is.
funny. That's a little freaky, Larry.
I can't tell what's live, what's actually going out on the air.
No, this is definitely going out on the air. It's live, all right.
It says we have 87 viewers.
How many?
86.
In that quick?
I don't know what just happened, but yeah, it says we have 86 viewers right now. So
Wow.
so
86 viewers. Holy moly.
we went from 10 viewers to 87 viewers. So Lynn, thank you, Lynn.
Yeah.
Anyone have any questions for Larry?
Oh, now we're down to 56 viewers. What's going on?
Uh-oh. I should keep my mouth shut.
Oh, now we're down to 14 viewers. Oh, I think there's something going on.
Oh, I see where it works now. Ah.
It might have been counting the total, like overall. I think at that point.
Larry, that voodoo doll of yourself looks so cool.
Rosie made that. And sent
That's
it to me.
amazing.
Awesome.
Definitely
Yeah.
has your smile. So we were talking about influences a couple minutes ago, and tell everyone what you stole from Eddie Van Halen, what you stole from him. What was your biggest influence from him?
Wow. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, you've told me this many a times.
Refresh my memory.
You're doing it right now.
I don't know what.
You're smiling. The way you smile when when you're playing, you're always smiling.
Yeah.
And Ed always smiles when he plays.
Yeah. Well, if you were Eddie Van Halen back then, you would all be smiling also. Um, yeah. No. Yeah. Ed always had a big smile on his face, running around on stage.
Yeah.
Playing guitar is cool. Definitely.
Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is. It's the best thing that ever happened to me. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I love the way Ed looked on stage like he was having fun, which of course he was, as opposed to a lot of guitar players who kind of scowl and look so serious on stage. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like they're not having fun. Which I guess it's everybody's different, but to me, when you're on stage playing and people are there watching you, and they especially these days they could be doing so many other things. You got to be happy about that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Amen.
Oh, like I'm sure you've played. I've played shows where you're rocking out. You look out in the audience. Everybody's looking at their phone.
Yep,
Have you noticed
yep,
that? And they're not
sure.
taking pictures, and they're not filming you either. They're actually looking down at their phone.
Yes. But but in fairness, though, a lot of times people will take a picture and then they spend 15 seconds taking a picture, and then about 5.5 minutes trying to post it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I got a low battery warning. I got to run over here for a second because it's supposed to be plugged in. Hold on.
Oh man. But hey,
Good
Dave.
stuff.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
This is great, and thank you very much for everybody that's watching this.
Yeah.
And
Thanks.
that's
Thanks to everyone.
that's hoping like
Absolutely.
Lynn Marie Rousseau. I just added you or just confirmed you on Facebook. Yeah, thank you for helping promote this and uh, and everything.
Yeah. Thank you very much. It's a lot
Cool.
of
Thanks
fun.
a lot. All right, so I got unplugged in.
Nice.
All
That's
right.
so funny. Man.
I don't have anything cool sitting here like that. I just have like nerdy things, you know.
I just needed one of those. I had to get one to plug it in before I went off the air here.
Well, you know, in the future when this becomes like actual touchscreen, I can just like hand you this and be like,
All right.
here,
Nice guitar.
you know, or hey, you need one of these? Here it is.
Hmm.
9 volt.
So
Oh
funny.
man, you can really see me on this thing now. So now I gotta try to look good.
Oh yeah, big and small. I have that too. I have one of those. A small one. Well, guitar.
Keep it G-rated.
Yeah, come on, man.
Come on, that was a joke. Come on, you gotta make people laugh every once in a while.
All right.
These things
This is
always.
that blade Dave was asking about before. This is the LA Custom Shop at Ibanez made two of these for me. This is the second one. So this was '98. I couldn't remember which one before.
Yeah.
And it's this one's an ash body with a really nice quilt. I don't know if you can see that quilt.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And this is my favorite guitar for a long time. And they discontinued it. For a long time, I was the guy that you put in the catalog with a model guitar from Ibanez for 2 years in a row. That guitar no longer existed. Right, Dave?
Yep. Yeah, everything they gave you. Oh, are you sure that, are you sure I can play this live? Yeah, yeah, man, it's all good. Next thing, he'd get a phone call. By the way, Larry, that guitar that you love so much, yeah, you can't use it anymore. We'll have to give you something else.
More like we'd rather not use it.
Oh,
But I would always come back to this guitar, and it was really a cool guitar. It's a Super Strat. It has, and so Andy Timmons was using this guitar as well before his model came out. But it had a Wilkinson 100 VS 100 plate on it, bridge on it,
Mhm.
and Andy discovered at the same time, actually a little bit before I did, that the VSV saddles sounded better. I think they're aluminum.
Yeah,
And
they absolutely do sound better. They do.
The plate is steel, but once this plate was on, you couldn't just take it off and put on a VSV tremolo. So we found a way to my friend Calum found a way to put these VSV saddles on a VS 100 plate. And this is probably done about 10 years before Godo actually makes this tremolo now. It's called the VS 300,
Mhm.
which is a 2-point VS 100 plate and then VSV saddles. And I think is that what's on Andy's guitars now?
No, he doesn't have the double pivot points. He has the 6 screws in his, but it's the same saddles. Same saddles on a vintage style plate.
Okay, yeah. And it's got the Porzel locking tuner. It was really cool. DiMaggio. This has the DiMaggio 36th anniversary pickups that Dave turned me on to. Awesome pickups. And this is a great guitar. I use this for so much for so many years. And then they made a model. They made not a model. They made a modern version of this guitar. It looks almost the same. So this is round. I don't know if you can see the rounded edges, but this is rounded like a Strat. And it's got the traditional Blazer headstock. I did it. Coming back. And then they made this guitar for me, which is kind of the same thing. It looks almost exactly the same. It's got the 36th anniversary pickups, but it's more like an RG. So it's an RG without non-locking tremolo.
Woo. I love that guitar.
But it has
how's that neck working? Is that all right? Working good?
It's working well. There was a little issue. I had a little issue with it before, but it works really well now. And this is that tremolo. So this is the VS300 tremolo. This is I don't know if you can see.
Yeah,
and
perfectly.
I'm doing my board. So it's a 2-point tremolo. It's like a VS100 plate, but then it's got the VSV saddles. So they make that stock now.
Yeah. That's a great guitar. Now, are they making that guitar? Is that an actual model now or no? Hmm. Oh, well. Not at all.
Alrighty then.
Dang.
Yo.
So yeah, those are cool. Those guitars are actually very cool, and they sound great too. They really do.
Yes.
Is Larry stuck? Oh no, there you are.
No, he's there.
What?
I thought that you had turned into a mannequin again. Yeah.
An avatar.
Human avatar. Absolutely. That's so great. So,
Yes.
tell us a little bit about that about the fractal unit and how you use that in live situations. How you set it up, because you don't actually have to use cabinets and stuff, right?
Oh no. Actually, most of the time I go direct into the PA. Especially the bigger the club or bigger the stage, the PA is more than adequate. You can't really compete with a PA system.
Right, and you have it coming back up at you through the monitors, correct?
I have it coming back up to the monitors. Sometimes when traveling with the band with Russ Garner and Austin Solomon, I've been using. I have a couple different pairs of EV powered monitors. I have a nice pair of Tech 21 powered monitors, although they don't have a tweeter in them, so I don't use them when I play acoustic guitar. But they do sound great. Just geared more towards the guitar sound, electric guitar sound.
Yeah.
And then I have a PV acoustic amp, TA200. It's like 200 watts. It's acoustic amp, 4 or 5-inch speakers. Sounds awesome. It's
Nice.
stereo in, so I don't get the stereo separation wide, but it's stereo. And I use that on a small stage where I can hear myself if I don't have the monitors. But a lot of times I can get 2 monitor mixes, and it works really well. What's flipping me out is that I'm watching. I put on YouTube, and it's delayed.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's gonna be delayed for just like a couple seconds. Yeah.
In case I say something bad, you just gotta hit that kill switch.
There is none on this side, but yeah, that would be crazy.
I gotta turn it off.
Freaking you out, isn't it?
Yeah, it is freaking out. So I usually go direct. The Axe Effects. I've been using the Axe Effects since 2010, since 2008, 2007,
Mm-hmm.
or 2008. I can't remember. 2008 probably. Um, and I've taken it everywhere, taken it all over the world. Um, I've programmed lots of sounds. I've gone through every step of it when the XFX 2 came out and the XL, and now I'm using the AX8, which is a
Mm-hmm.
pedal board version. Um, Another cool thing about the XFX is, I back up all my presets on a little thumb drive. And last year I went to Arkhangelsk, Russia, to play a blues festival,
Yeah.
and I was only going to be there for 4 days, 5 days with travel, and play one club and one festival. And I was like, I don't really want to carry all this stuff to go. This is me complaining because Dave knows I used to carry a huge 16 space Shockmite rack of effects and amps and stuff, hear a lot of stuff. So now I got a 2 space rack, and I'm like, wow, it'd be nice if I didn't have to carry the pedal board plus the airlines. I've lost my pedal board and stuff like that. So Godin Guitars lent me a nylon string guitar. They have a wonderful nylon string with a slim neck that I use for acoustic stuff live, and they lent me one in Russia. And right about a week and a half before I left for Russia, I decided I was posting something else on the Fractal Audio forum page, and I decided to just post, are there any users in Arkhangelsk, Russia that happen to have an MFC, the MIDI foot controller?
Mm-hmm.
And this guy wrote back within 20 minutes. And he said, yes, I do. Ask the promoter. So I was like, wow, that's insane. That's great. So I wrote a letter to my guy here that converts with the Russian promoters there, and we set it up so that they would rent it from him. And then about 4 or 5 days later, I'm thinking, well, if he has an MFC, he must have an Axe effect. So I wrote him again. He said, yes, send me your preset. So Matt Bacone and some of the guys at Fractal were very, very kind, and they actually, I had my XL with me, and the guy in Russia has just a Axfix 2, so you
Mm-hmm.
can't go backwards with the presets. You go
Okay.
can't go backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I didn't have my 2 presets that were up to date. So Matt and a couple of guys at Fractal were really nice, and they spent quite a bit of time converting my presets to go backwards.
Wow.
Which was, I mean, a painstaking.
Yeah, that's got to be. I mean, that's got to be like inventing stuff at that point, right?
I have no idea how they did it, but they did it, and it worked. And this is how cool the Fractal forum family is. So they sent it back to me, and I have no way of checking it because I don't have a 2. If I loaded it back into I guess I could have loaded it into my XL, but I wasn't really sure if it was going to be right. So I put another thing on the forum, and 2 members I was in Tampa, Florida, doing shows on tour with Russ and Austin, and 2 members wrote back, yes, I have it too. We can load your patches in to see if they work. And one came to my hotel room, Bob 7. I'm drawing a blank on his on his forum name, and he brought his 2, and we plugged it in, and I had both my XL and 2 with the same patches in it side by side. It sounded great. I emailed them to the guy in Russia. I showed up, and the first thing he says to me, he goes, you should check your patches because they sound really dark. I'm not sure if they're right. And I plug in, and he said, oh, that does sound like you. I plugged in my guitar, and there it was, my rig. I brought a double gig bag with one electric guitar, my Snag 7. On the other side, I had some stage shirts and clothes. I had on the rider, like underwear and socks, and as well as blueberries and bananas and coffee and stuff, and a toothbrush. And I got it and came to the country, walked into the club, pulled my guitar, plugged in, and there's my rig. I didn't even bring a rig.
That's insane.
All my presets, Dave, all my wacky stuff that I have to do in between
Yeah.
songs,
Sure.
beginning songs. That was amazing. And then we did the Blues Festival the next day, and then right after that, I put his MFC back to where it was, and thanked him very much, and that was it. That was amazing. That's technology. Back to technology.
That is insane. Wow. What a story. Huh. So what's coming up for you?
Um, what's coming up? I actually have to promote the Traveler because I released a record and left the country the day after, and it worked because it was in the new release category on Amazon for blues rock. It was number 2. It was going back and forth. It ended up being number 2 for 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
uh, on and off, which blew me away. But I
That's
mean,
amazing.
I haven't done any promotion. I left the country, and that's what happened. The video helped, I'm pretty sure. Thanks, Len, again.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to start promoting that.
Are you gonna have an official record release party?
Not sure yet. Not sure. We tour the band with Russ and Austin. We start touring July 1st, right after Summer NAMM, July 1st through the 15th, 16th. And my friend John Kurzweig, who's a great guitar player, one of my favorite guitar players, and also a great producer. He produced the 3 Big Creed records and Puddle of Mudd's Blurry and quite a few other big rock and roll records and stuff like that. He's coming out. He's going to open the show in certain spots, and then he's going to come on board and jam with us at the end. And he's a great singer as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited about that. And that'll be promoting the record. I'll be promoting the record. I'm doing interesting things to promote the record. I always do like a lot of solo stuff. So I've been doing house concerts. I was just doing a house concert in Delaware. So I'm going to Irvine, California for the Show, which is a super high-end audio show, home audio show, and car audio show. And I'll be playing for the Magic Bus, which I've been doing that for the last few years, and which is playing outside a van that has an incredible. Hi, Mom.
Hey, how are you? You're not supposed to see me.
That's my mom. Come to visit.
Happy Easter.
All right, happy Easter to you too.
Thank you, darling. Take care.
All right, you too. Let's see. So John Whitledge has a van called the Magic Bus, and it's got what's considered the world's best car stereo system in it. I'll leave it at that. If you're in Irvine, California, you can make it come by and hear this. You can master a record from the front driver's seat.
Really?
Yeah. So I'll be doing that. I'll play by myself. So I'll be playing a lot of the Traveler and a lot of Rhythm of Life. And every now and then someone comes up and goes, "You play some stuff in your first record." And I love playing Political Rain, so I'll do that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a new cable endorsement. And I met them at the last year's The Show in Irvine. And it's Mora Audio, and they have a Phoenix guitar cable. I don't want to give anybody a heart attack, but you should go to the website and check it out. It's Morrow Audio, Morrow Audio, and that's the Phoenix cable. So I'm going out to April 15th through 17th. I'm going out to Chicago for the Axpona, AXPONA home audio show, and I'll be playing. I'll be in a hotel room showing people the cable and letting them try. They have a couple cool guitars that people can try, and I'll play some songs and then talk about whatever people want to talk about. Come meet me. Come say hello. That's Chicago. I'd have to look it up to tell you where it is in Chicago. And then at night on that Saturday night, the 16th, I'm playing a concert in one of the halls.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm flying to Albuquerque, New Mexico for the AFME Film Festival, which is what we were talking about before with the Traveler video we played, and then get to hang with Nathan and James East and some guests, and John Kurzweig is going to be there playing as well, and we'll always have a blast when we do that. And then after that, I do a thing with there's a group of kids out of Lovettsville, Virginia, and I just played a show with them 2 weeks ago, and they're I believe all in high school, and they're called the Immortals, and I met them last year as well in Cleveland, and they go to they come from Lovettsville, Virginia, and they go to Cleveland, and they set up at the Boys and Girls Club there, and they do a concert for mostly kids who don't have anything like that.
Mhm.
And they spend a day. Last year I did it with them as well, kind of giving a little history on music, and if there's some kids that play, we try to show them some stuff, just to meet with some kids that don't have a whole lot going on, or maybe a little bit too much going on in certain areas. But
Mhm.
that's the best way to play it. It's called the Immortals, and then we also played at the Hard Rock, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, not the Hard Rock, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame last year.
Wow.
Not sure if I'm playing that with them this year or not, but I'll be there to support them if they. I know that they're. And then there's going to be another venue, another gig that we'll do on that Friday night as well. And let's see what else is coming up. And then the tour, Summer NAMM, and then the tour with Russ and Austin, which will go down to Florida. And
So
then
you're only going south with them? You're not coming up north?
yeah, because it's only 16 days, 15 days. And then at the end of July, I'm going back to Italy to play some festivals with the singer Perla, which was great because I was just in Italy last month. We did some shows where in the middle of her set, we played my stuff. Played a few of my songs, and it was a blast. Her band learned my stuff, and I learned their stuff, and we had a great time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I hope to go to Germany. Looks like I'm going to go to Germany in November. Maybe go back to Italy again in Germany in the end of October, and then Russia. That's what we're
Wow.
working on. Yeah.
Wow. And
I
that brings you into the fall or almost the winter.
Oh yeah, no, December would November, December would be Germany, Russia. So yeah, and then
Wow.
January need to find some place really warm before NAMM.
Yeah. Hawaii. You haven't played there yet, have you?
I have played Hawaii.
You have.
Yeah, I did well, I was there rehearsing with Joy Harjo when I was playing with Joy. We rehearsed in Hawaii. Really an awesome setting. But I also did a guitar clinic, which it was just a guitar clinic that turned into an Axe Effects clinic because I think 4 of the people that worked in the store had Axe Effects.
Wow.
It was great. It was lots of fractal love there. So.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Very cool.
My mom's texting again.
Are you guys finished?
All right, here's my mom. She goes, move back about 6 inches. All I see is your mouth and necklace. All right.
There you go. That's so funny.
It's like,
Oh, that's so funny. So does your mom have any questions? She should text.
hey, Mom, any questions, text. I'm going to send you Johnny's number, though.
Yeah. Actually, I was gonna text you a picture of my dad just so you can see it.
Please do. Please do.
Although, and just so you know that I'm not joking around, I have a photo with me and Tom B, but it's on my computer. I'll find it and I'll send it to you.
Okay. Here's the
The AX8. That's very, very cool.
It's really like what I really love. I mean, it's the same sounds. It's not the same amount of power for massive effects and stuff like that I normally use, massive patches and stuff. But it's the same sounds. But it's light, and I get these two things, and it.
Connection's bad again.
Oh, I think that's my fault.
Is it? What'd you do?
I sent him a photo.
Oh.
There you are.
Okay. All right. Did you hear what I just said or no?
Didn't hear anything. All I heard is I can get these two things, and then it cut out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was saying that the coolest thing about the AX8 is that it's the same sounds as the Axe-Fx, the larger Axe-Fx right there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I can get this in a laptop briefcase and carry it on a plane. So I do a lot of flying, so that's exciting
Yeah.
to me. But, and then I have a couple of auxiliary pedals that I use sometimes. They even and that used with the AX8 is pretty intense too. And there's that new EP booster I got. That's pretty cool. Dave, you're into that, right?
Yeah, I love the exotic stuff. The EP booster, I use an SL drive as well. But that EP booster is just it
Oh,
does
cool.
so much. It's amazing.
Cool. And you should check out the Body Blow. The Body Blow overdrive pedal is great by Magic Box.
Cool. Very cool. Nice.
Yeah, a lot of cool stuff. Oh, hey, our friend Vinny just chimed in.
Hey, Vinny.
Vinny, can you ask Larry what kind of guitar picks does he use?
Good question.
The Davas. The
Oh.
Davas. It's a neoprene on nylon. And actually, there's a pick that I've been using that Dave teased me with, Dave Story. If I have one. I do not have one. Anyway, I tease him and I call it Dava chocolates. It's brown, and they're not for sale anywhere. But hopefully that comes out as my pick.
Oh, cool.
That I don't have one right now. I can't believe I don't have one. So Dave, if you're watching, bring out the chocolates.
So funny. Cool.
Yeah, those are cool picks. I have one. Somebody sent me one time.
Oh, okay.
They're very interesting. Very interesting feeling, right?
They're great. Yeah, I love them. They stop me from dropping them, which is a big thing, and they have a cool sound. So if you like on nylon string, sometimes I'll turn it around and play with the neoprene side, and it's actually closer to a finger like sound.
Oh, yeah, sure. I've got a few of those picks laying around in my house.
Okay.
Yeah, they're very cool.
Mm.
Very cool.
Hey,
Thanks to a certain someone.
Yeah. Hey Johnny, my friend Mark texted me. He left a comment on the Google.
Huh? On one of the pages?
Yeah, on the Google Hangout questions, but not sure if you're looking at them.
Google Hangout questions.
That's the first I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's a feature. Let me see if I can look at it real quick. Yeah, that's
And Dave, my mom says you still look the same.
Tell her thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, you can tell her she's watching.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Except, less hair. I think when she last saw me, I had the George Costanza.
We all have.
The skirted egg. Oh my goodness. Yes. So, all right. So while we're waiting for that question, let's see. Tell us about the acoustics that you use. We haven't discussed the acoustics in the studio and live. Actually, I guess we did discuss it live. You use a Godin, right?
Live, I use the Godin. I used to use the very thin, and it's not in this room right now. But I used to use the very thin Ibanez SCN 500, which is really cool. The Godin is great as well. It's a little bit thicker or bigger, but it's a great guitar and it sounds amazing. And in the studio, I have a couple of really cool guitars. I got a new guitar, Dave. I traded some stuff. And I got a new. I have well, first of all, I have my friend Kat came over like 2 Christmases ago, I think, And she goes, I have something for you for Christmas. I'm like, what? She opened her trunk and it was a guitar case. I was like, you did not give me a guitar. I don't need any more guitars. You didn't give me a guitar. But she found a guitar at a thrift store. Hi, Kat, if you're watching. And it's a early 60s Guild all mahogany nylon string.
Really? Oh, that's got to
Yeah.
sound great.
It sounds great. Everything's great about it except it had a high action. So right now it's being worked on and the neck is being reset so that
Oh,
the
yeah,
action.
okay.
But
Yep.
it's a real guitar. It's in great condition too from the early 60s.
Mm-hmm.
And then well, a couple of months ago, I got it, and I'm waiting for it to be shipped out. A friend of mine, Victor, picked it up for me. I traded some stuff and got a Martin, a 1966 Martin 016C. So
Oh, the nylon Martin.
it's a
You
nylon.
spoke about that. I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, parlor-shaped body, so it's small, slotted headstock, rosewood back and sides, and yeah.
And that's going to be Brazilian. That's Brazilian rosewood too.
Well, I don't know if there's. I think by '66 it's probably not Brazilian rosewood. Early '60s would be Brazilian, I believe. But I don't know. You guys, the Martin aficionados out there know. I don't know. I don't know. I just know that it was. I saw it and it was incredible. And my friend Victor went and got it, and he said it was incredible, and it was at an incredible price, and I was able to trade a bunch of stuff. I didn't have to spend any money. Beautiful thing.
It's always great.
Yeah. And it should be here Tuesday. I didn't want to bring it. It's coming from Arizona, so I didn't want to have it come here and sit while I was in Italy and stuff, and Maryland, and then where I wasn't able to watch what the weather was going to do to it, whether the humidity was going to make it implode or not.
Yeah, sure.
So, but he said he's been humidifying it, and he's kept it in a humidified room, and he said the humidity did a lot of wonders for it. So, and he loved the guitar. In fact, Victor was like, I was a little worried. I was a little worried that Victor wasn't gonna send it to me, but yeah, no, it's cool. It's
That's
great. I played one. I was in Nashville at Fanny's House of Music, and I was just trying guitars, and I picked this guitar. It's almost the same one, but that one was a '67, and I was like, "What is this?" And it sounded. I mean, it's those little parlor-shaped guitars sound amazing. They're really loud and not harsh at all. And so Lee, who works there, one of the owners, she was telling me about the guitar, and she goes, "Yeah, it's not going to stay here long." And I was like, it was a bit more than especially more than the guitar that I got. But I wasn't looking to buy a guitar, and I wasn't looking to spend any money on a guitar. And so I was like, oh, this is cool, great. And then I thought about the guitar for a week while I was working on my friend Tony James' record. And then I went back to see if I could trade some stuff, and they had sold it. Like, oh no! So then that was on my mind for a long time. And then in Phoenix, at Scottsdale, there was one, and I'd seen a couple of them, but they were way out of my comfort zone of buying a guitar. And so when I found something I could trade stuff that I have, when I could trade stuff that I have that I'm not using, I'm way excited. So,
yeah, sure.
So those two guitars, using the Guild nylon I used a little bit on the record. On the record, I also borrowed, when I was in Nashville, I borrowed a '54 Martin 018G from my friend Michael Turner.
Now, what's the G stand for?
As far as I could tell, the C stands for classical, but they weren't popular, the parlor-shaped classical ones. So they made the G series. And again, if you're a Martin aficionado, please chime in and set the record straight. I don't know. I'm just going by what I was told. So G might be gut string.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
But it's what Willie Nelson uses. That's trigger, right? Is that his guitar? That's an 018G.
Wow.
But it's a bigger body. It's it's not the parlor shaped body, but it's nice.
So, okay, cool. That's great. That's
And
so
then
cool.
I have a Ibanez prototype nylon string acoustic that has really low action that I've used, and that is, let's see, that's this, and it's been cool. It's got
Oh, it has
Tonewood amp.
yes, the tone wood on it. I love that.
Oh
I
yeah.
absolutely love that.
Gotta get one, Dave.
I got it. Yeah, you're right. I do.
I don't know if you hear that verb.
Sure.
That's coming from this little box. Johnny, you should check that out. You
Oh.
play guitar?
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I've never seen those though.
Yeah,
That's
it's just
amazing.
it's new. It's awesome. It's you put it on with magnets. There's magnets on the inside of the guitar. You put it on, you can take it off, and then you plug your guitar into it, and it just sends the effects right back through the guitar. So it has delay, reverb, tremolo. There's even a wah and a distortion setting, but I never use those. I'm all about the
I saw the tone wood, the new tone wood with Tony James on it, where he's using it with an auto wah on it. That's really crazy.
Yeah. Tony's amazing. I love Tony.
Yeah. Yeah, I miss that guy.
Well, I'm having all kinds of tuning issues today. Mainly not being able to. But anyway, so yeah, I've used the guitar on records.
Now, that's a prototype, you said?
Yeah, I don't remember. They never made it. It's one of the prototypes. I believe, I could be wrong, that this is, what photo finishes are?
Sure, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I believe this is a photo finish. This is not,
wow.
Yeah. So, it would not be an expensive guitar, but it plays well and sounds pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Guild sounds amazing. And if the Guild had this action, the low action, I'd be ecstatic. Hopefully it will.
Mm-hmm. I bet you it will.
And I'm
once the
waiting
neck gets reset.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a composite acoustic steel string that I'm going to use on the tour that's coming up in July. Peavy bought a company called Composite Acoustics. I think it's Composite Acoustics, and so they make it's like carbon fiber acoustics, and
almost like a modulus.
Almost like, but it's a full body steel string. They don't make any nylon strings like that. So I'm going to use that as well as Godin for acoustic guitar. I'm hoping that John and I can do a little acoustic segment right in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
It'd be really nice.
That's awesome.
But Johnny, look up Tonewood amp. Check out the videos.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds great. And I've never seen anything like that before.
Oh yeah,
it's
that's
awesome.
Really cool.
I remember trying it out at NAMM last year. I was blown away, absolutely blown away in this little booth, and I couldn't believe all the sounds that was coming out of, the guitar without it being amplified. It's just ridiculous.
It's the first time I tried it. Well, actually, last summer NAMM show was when I met them. Just walking by. I had done everything. I had all the meetings that I had to do, and uh, they stopped me and said, "Do you want to check this out?" I said, "Sure." And I played it. I'm like, "All right, where's the re?" Everybody's reaction is the same. You play and you go, "Where's it coming from? Where's that coming from?"
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it's exactly it. It freaks you out. It really freaks you out because it's so real sounding. It sounds like it's programmed from an effects like into an amplifier. It's ridiculous.
it,
And it's not. It's just the guitar acoustically.
yeah. So you remember in Tony's video, he's like it brought him to tears because he was
Yeah, he
really,
started crying. I can't believe
yeah.
it. I'm like, and those are real tears. It's like, holy moly.
And if I'm not mistaken, they get people writing. They've gotten people writing letters about it because it does make you want to play. The same reason I love effects on electric guitar, just with a rig, because it's like, wow, this is exciting to play. But when you pick up acoustic guitar and you don't have to plug it into anything, and it already has that cavern reverb on it. You're in a tunnel or a cave kind of thing. It inspires you to keep going, like to play some more. And so
Yeah.
people have written them really nice letters saying, hey, this has got me playing more guitar. I can't put guitar down and stuff like that. And I know people that I turned on to it have had to said the same thing.
Wow.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's cool.
Oh wait, that's not even. Yeah, here we go. All right, I got to do it now. I know it makes some people happy and pisses some others off.
Wow,
That's
that's
great.
great. That's awesome, man. That's
Yeah. Yeah. They can't. They. I don't know how they're going to keep up with the demand for them. I know that it's pretty popular, and it was back ordered for a long time.
Wow.
I can't see them not. I can't see them catching up. I think it's going to.
Well, they're just going to have to get bigger. They're going to have to get bigger.
Yeah. Anyway, tremolo delay. Anyway, so what else? What else do you want to know?
Let's see. Johnny, do you have any questions?
That's
You have anything
great.
you want to know?
That's great.
Anything you want to know about Larry?
Man, I got so many questions, man. Yeah, I think it's more like we should talk off air, though.
Yeah.
A lot of cool stuff. And as far as your friend's question, yeah, I can't find where they left that. Um,
Hey, Mark, tell us where you left a message.
Or ask it somewhere else.
Or actually, just text it to me.
uh, oh, Vinny said something. He said he wants Larry to know that Vinny uses Jim Dunlop grip 6 millimeter picks.
60,
Okay,
60.
60.
60?
Yeah,
Okay.
like the Van Halens, like the Van Halen picks.
Oh, the orange ones.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah,
Cool, very cool.
cool. Awesome, Vinny.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah,
man.
Vinny, he's a friend of ours, Vinny Adam Romano. He's a cool cat.
Yeah, he's really cool. Nice guy. Sweetheart. His dad's cool too. His dad's good people.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So Vinny, you're watching this. Yeah, make sure to check Larry out and add him on all the like his page.
Yes, like my page. I'm over the Facebook friend limit.
Yeah, I know. I tried adding you the other day to get involved in this, and I told Nesdal, I'm like, oh, I can't add him because he's over the limit.
Yeah, and I try to call all 5,000 friends every day and see if they want to meet for lunch, but by the time I get to 250, the day's gone.
Oh, it's so funny. It's
All right,
really
Mark.
funny.
Mark texted this question. Made a comment on the actual Google Hangout for this broadcast. Just said good show, guys. Oh, thanks, Mark.
Cool. Okay, maybe. I think I did see that then. Cool.
Brandy.
Brandy and Sammy sitting together.
Oh, check it out. I guess I'm not sure if I can tell you that. Wait, I caught myself.
Wait till we're off air. If it's something
Yeah.
that can't be said.
Two guitar players, a main guy and his main guitar player. Dave, I know you would like him. And his guitar player are using Axe-Effects now. And it surprised me
really?
that the main guy has an Axe-Effects.
Oh man, so all right, I guess you can't say who it is on the air, so we'll wait. We'll
No,
wait till off air.
well, you know what? I don't. I heard this directly from. Yeah, I didn't hear this from Fractal, so I shouldn't even mention it. Yeah, I won't mention it at all. I'll tell you afterwards. But
Yeah.
I'm surprised. It's a friend of mine who plays guitar with a very big guitar player, a big guitar player singer, and so I found out that they're both using Axe-Effects, and I'm like, what? So interesting.
Man, now I'm gonna have to guess.
Yeah, well,
I won't say anything. I won't say anything on air anyway. You know what? We'll figure it out later. Figure it out later.
Let's see. So do you have any questions, Dave? Does anybody have any? How long we've been on this thing?
It's been we're at it. We're at
About 2 hours.
2.5 hours. We're at 2 hours now. We're
About
at 2 hours. Yeah, it's okay. You know what? It's okay because it's Larry, and everyone loves Larry. You know that TV show Everybody Loves Raymond? Well, this is absolutely true for Larry. There is not one person on the planet that does not like Larry Mitchell.
oh,
Anyone that knows him loves him. It's the truth. And everyone that's hearing my voice now is going like this. Yep, you're right. Everyone is right. It's absolutely correct.
Yeah. Well, I'm blurry. That reminds me. Oh, I posted on my Instagram that we were gonna be talking to you, and a friend of mine all over the internet, Sandy Harkey, actually said Larry's a great guy, and we've been friends we've known him for years. So.
How have you known how long have you known Sandy?
Well, I've known her on the internet,
Okay.
So it's not like, we really don't really know each other, but it's been long enough to where we can say we know each other.
Yeah.
You know,
I
for a
can say
long time though, lot of years. Yeah.
I know Sandy since she was a tiny person.
Hmm.
We we shared kids lunches at the diner.
Oh,
And
cool.
she's grown up to be an awesome young lady.
Yeah, yeah. It was funny. One time I was in I don't know if you know there's a store right here called Fry's.
Oh
It's
yeah, I know Brian too well.
electronics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I walked into one time looking for something, and I see these microphones, and the packaging is her with the
Yeah.
mic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I took a selfie with it and I sent it to her. I'm like, look at this, It's really cool. Really cool. But yeah, that reminded me though. Yeah, she left the comment a little while back saying some stuff.
We have to be in tune together. Jam.
No, I'm not gonna jam. I just I don't know if you've seen this yet.
No, what is that, a Gretsch?
It's a Gretsch Brian Setzer in candy green. Yeah, I'm loving this guitar. There's 5 Gretches in this house now.
You guys are insane. What's the telly count?
Huh?
What's the telly
The
count?
telly count is 6.
Yeah.
6 tallies in the house. And 6 tallies, 3 Les Pauls. How many Strats? Well, there's two Fender Strats in here, but like forget it. Here, hang on a second. We'll do a little bit of Let me put this back on the wall here. So we have a couple of Gretches here. I lost it. That's the Setzer, and that's a double anniversary. There's a Les Paul and some Tellys, a Strat. We don't know, we don't know what that guy, whose guitars those are. Some Charvels, some various striped guitars. And then we have the wall. Let's see if we can get up to these a little bit. Whose guitar that is, I don't know.
That looks familiar.
Then that Blazer there sitting in the corner, that's like yours.
And the
A couple
Godin.
of Kramers. Yep, that's like your Godin. This is the Larry Mitchell corner, minus that red guitar. Then a couple of Kramer Pacers from '83. Well, actually, the white one's in '82. The red's in '83. Strat. My Music Man. Some Tellys. And I have some guitars in other rooms in the house. Here's my pedal board. I don't know if you can see that clearly, but
Looks
I
like
have
a pedal board.
Yeah. I have an EP booster in there, which is cool.
I lost you there. Say that
Can
again?
you hear me now? Hello?
I hear you.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I have an EP booster in that board and a whole bunch of fun stuff. I have a cat running around. Well, let's get off of him before he scoots.
It's great that you have a cat and a dog that get along, you know.
Well, all my cats get along with the dog, but the other two cats don't get along with the cat that you just saw.
Is that one David?
No, you would think. No, it's actually Sammy. I'm
Oh.
the only David. I'm the only David in the house, and of course, I'm the boss. So who cares? No one listens to me anyway.
The other cats, Edward and Alex don't get along.
And Alex, yeah. I got Edward and Alex, which are the two brothers. And, and Sam. And I don't want any more animals.
Oh, I think his connection just left.
Oh, no. Just
He's
lost
gone.
Alex.
Let me invite him. Let me get him back in here. Maybe his iPad.
His iPad died, you think?
Maybe. We've been doing this for like 2 hours.
Yeah, I know. He probably got that call failed thing that I always get.
Although, yeah, this has been great. This has been. Oh, Vinny says he just became a fan of Larry's.
Oh, excellent. Excellent.
Very cool, Vinny. Very cool, man. Yeah, thank you everybody for watching this. And yeah, we're not officially done, so don't turn us off. We just lost Larry. We just have to get him back. What was his email address? Don't say it.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Don't say it. Let me The feeling though, if his iPad died, then
Well, he's got an iPhone. He'll
then
be
this
able
is,
to do it
prob-
from
this
that.
is probably over. This has been a lot of fun though, man.
It really has. Larry's an unbelievable human being, a fantastic musician. He's been, one of my closest friends for almost 30 years. It's just
30 years, damn.
yeah, almost 30 years. He knew me when I had hair.
That must have been that must have been at least 30 years ago.
Yeah.
As long as I've known you, you've never had hair, and you've always looked the same.
Yeah. And you and I have known each other, forget it, at least a day.
No, it's seriously though. Dave Nesdall and I, we've known each other. It's been a couple years.
2 years now.
Maybe a little longer.
It could be. Hey, the days, they go so fast. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
How fast the days go.
Yeah. We talk all the time.
And
though.
you and I speak what 3-4 times a day.
We talk all the time about stuff. We're always, talking guitars, music, and whatever.
Always conversing.
And doing these hangouts.
Yeah.
We've been doing a lot of these, talking to a lot of cool people. So I just sent Larry another invite.
Let me text him and tell him to get back on with whatever he needs to get on with.
Okay, who was that?
Is that him?
Who just did that?
Oh, Lynn, thank you so much. If you're still listening, Lynn, thank you so much for friending me. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, Lynn Marie. Thank you very, very much.
Let me get Larry back on here. Hang on.
Yeah, this is live TV. This is what it looks like when See, now it's become a reality show. Now we're trying to get him back in here.
I just texted him, everything okay? I'm waiting for him to text me back. We'll see.
Yeah, see, now we really are both looking at our phones,
Oh, well, what can you do? I know that when he's in his studio, which is where he was, it's very hard to I mean, I can't even call him on his cell. There's no signal down there.
Oh, he's in limbo.
Yeah.
He's talking to me. I have him. Let me see what that means.
There he is.
Hey.
And he's back.
So I guess
now we really are both looking at our phones. Oh, you're watching this.
Yeah, I was watching.
I know that Wow, that's really a delay.
Yeah, it was a big delay. I plugged my iPad in before, but I guess it was using the juice more than the more that could be replaced. So
Hmm.
I don't know. I got a different power supply now, so
Oh
I had to
yeah, you
read.
have to use the big one. You can't use the small one with the iPad. It's not strong enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what it's it does it slow, but it was using more power faster. It was using power faster than it was being replaced.
There you go.
So,
It was just barely
yeah.
barely going.
Wow. So I was saying, well, I guess you heard what I was saying, how you and I had been friends for almost 30 years, and
Uh-huh. I heard it. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
we've been
yeah,
friends for a long time.
and
Dave put me.
maybe we should tell people the story on how we met.
Oh, you tell him.
Okay.
You tell him.
Well, Larry was doing a clinic at a local Sam Ash here in Long Island, and I was invited by a mutual friend of ours who worked at that Sam Ash. His name is Ira. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But I was introduced to Larry, and I was like kind of starstruck, because he's a celebrity. As far as I'm concerned, as far as I was concerned, he was a celebrity. And we started talking, and he was super, super friendly, and we talked, and I noticed his guitar. Um, and he had this white Ibanez guitar. Subsequently, it's the one that's hanging on my wall. But back then, it was all white, and it had these white pickups. And I'd never seen this model before. Actually, I've seen it, but never in white. I've seen Ibanez made it in a color called jewel blue, and they made it in, I think, black, and maybe I think candy apple red or some sort of red, which Larry said earlier wasn't the same color red as Billy Squires. Anyway, so and Larry didn't know me from a hole in the wall, and I had mentioned how cool his guitar was, so he's like, "Here, check it out," and I'm like, "Are you kidding me? You're letting me play your guitar?" It's like, "Yeah, check it out." So I'm playing it, and of course, it was the coolest, one of the coolest guitars on the planet. And I'm sitting there in the front row, like, oh my God! I just spoke to this guy, and he let me play his guitar, freaking out like a little schoolboy. And at the end of the clinic, Larry was like, "Hey man, here's my number. Why don't you give me a call sometime?" And I'm like, "You just gave me your number." He's like, "Yeah, come on, call me. Let's get together and play. Let's hang, whatever." So, like a few days later, I called him, and he remembered me, and I was like, "Wow, I can't believe this guy remembered who I was." So I went over to his place, and we became friends really fast, and like we'd hang out together, we'd play guitar, and then I kind of became his guitar tech, and we'd go to his shows together in my little Nissan Sentra, and we'd take his aforementioned 16-space rack and either a couple of 412s or two 212 cabinets, 6 guitars, and then us 2 schleps in the front seat, like crowded because the guitars are about to come through the back, if I press on the brake too fast. And we'd go everywhere. We went everywhere, and it was some of the most fun times of my life. And then Larry came out with this acoustic record, and he asked me to play acoustic guitar, rhythm guitar for him, and I did that for a little while, and then he moved away and did his thing, and one year, I think it was 2008 or 2009, one year I'm in the hospital because I'm diabetic, and I had problems with my feet. And he calls me up. He says, "Are you okay? I just heard." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be all right." He says, "Well, when are you coming home?" I said, "A couple days." I think I was in on a Friday. I was coming home on a Monday. He says, I said, "I'll probably be home Monday or Tuesday." He says, "Okay, well, when you come home, there's gonna be something at your door. Just there's gonna be I'm sending something to your house." I said, "Okay." So I'm like, "Geez, what can it be?" And I remember Larry, like the year before, the little guitar that you just saw him, show on the screen, the little toy version of his guitar. Well, the year before, he sent me one like that, but of Steve Vai's guitar. So I'm thinking, you know, cool. He's probably sent me another one of those cool little toy guitars. So I come home, all wrapped up, bandaged up, and I'm limping home. And in my living room is this big guitar box, and I'm like, what the hell did he do? What is this? I open the box, I open the case, and in that case is that guitar that I played that first day that we met. And it was like whenever I'd go to his house when he was living in New York, I'd pick that guitar up, and that was like my favorite one of his guitars. Like, and of course it was his main guitar, and and it was just crazy. So he gave that to me, and I'll never forget that. It's just insane that the gentleman I'm looking at right now was so kind to give me one of his personal guitars. It's just ridiculous. And I really kind of feel like I owe my life to him. You know, he's been a major part of my life for the last 30 years. You know, he's helped me through a lot of stuff, and I really appreciate that.
So friends do.
So thank you.
Sure, Dave. So friends do.
Yeah, absolutely. Friends do for friends, and you're living proof of that. So now that I'm talking to Johnny's avatar.
That's very cool. No, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here. But yeah, that's an awesome story, man.
It's amazing. You know, it's really amazing how out of nothing this major friendship came out of, like, I was invited to go see him at a clinic.
Mm-hmm.
Out of nowhere, it became a great friendship.
Only because I was just talking with Jeff Costello recently. I needed to go up to Keene, New Hampshire to rehearse with a band and do a show. And I am truly a New Yorker in the sense that I didn't start driving until after I was 30. So Dave agreed to load up his car. Was it a Nissan? Was it a Sentra?
Yeah, it was that same car. Yeah. The same car that I hit you with.
No, you hit me with an SUV.
Oh, I did? Oh, okay. That's another story.
He was driving the car. He wasn't pushing it. He hit me with a car. But anyway, so we loaded up the Nissan Sentra with my 16-space Shockmat rack and a bunch of guitars, including the double neck. And Dave's driving me up to Keene, New Hampshire. And I had no fear. It was like I was going up there to meet a bass player, Mark Bond, and drummer Jeff Costello, and we were going to rehearse a little bit and then do a show at a record convention. And this is the first time I'd done anything like that. And we get up to Burlington, Vermont. I think it was Burlington. And Dave goes, "So what are you going to do if these guys suck?" And I'm like, "What?" Occurred to me that they weren't going to be good. They happened to be great.
Yeah.
But, like, for that last half hour in the car, I was like, oh man. Oh man. Why did you say that, Dave? And it was a trip. We get up there, and Jeff, I remember we talked to Jeff, and he said, "Just go in the house, and we never lock the door." And I'm like, "What? You never lock the door?" And so we go in, we wait, everything was cool. We rehearsed it in an old chocolate factory. Remember, Dave? There was a boat inside.
Oh, yeah.
There's probably maybe 30 people that showed up to the rehearsal. The first time meeting these guys, and which was a trip. We had a good time. But the next time Dave and I go up there, we talked to them on the phone. This is pre-cell phone for all you 20-year-olds. Pre-cell phone days. And we get up there, and I think we called him from the payphone, and I said, "So should we just go to the house? Is the door unlocked?" He goes, No, the door's locked now. I'm leaving work. I'll meet you there." So we get there, and there's a new, David, I remember there was a new shiny door on the outside and stuff. I'm like, "So what's up with the new door?" Jeff told us about him and his roommate Kyle had heard somebody down in the kitchen, so they come down there, and there was a bear in there. So they start locking the kitchen. And what makes that even more funny is that Dave and I slept on couches in the living room when we were up there, which is right next to the kitchen. So if a bear had come in, he would have said hello to us first.
Yeah, we would have been dinner.
Demolished it. So yeah, that's what Dave. I mean, those are many times like that with Dave. Where
But tell him about uh, the Nazi night, the Nazi day.
well, so Kyle likes World War II memorabilia. Like I like the tanks and planes and ships and stuff. So he had just like the History Channel does that too. Weapons of World War II, weapons of the Nazis. So Dave's ethnic background is Jewish.
Yeah.
Okay. And so we're hanging out in the house and we're looking around and there's Nazi planes and tanks everywhere. Everywhere. And I'm like, all right, so this is interesting. We're supposed to stay here today. And but it turned out Kyle was just into the machines. I guess he was into the machines. Kind of like the History Channel for a while. The History Channel was all about weapons and tanks and Nazi memorabilia. So it's a little frightening sometimes when you stay at somebody, you don't know anybody, and you don't know them, and you're staying at their house, and they have a large amount of swastikas and Nazi memorabilia.
It was surreal. It really was surreal. Oh, I can remember stories of us traveling in snowstorms to college. I don't remember what the college was where you were playing with Eves and Mark.
Oh yeah, was that in New Jersey?
Probably, but the snow was horrible. It was so bad, and I remember having to go to work the next morning at 7, and we didn't get home till like 5 in the morning. Like I dropped you off at like 4, got home at 5, and I'm shaking because I'm like, oh my God, I gotta be up in an hour to go to work. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Great times. Great times.
Great times.
Yeah.
Lots of fun stuff. Lots of fun times.
You ain't kidding. I remember. Andy Timmons coming to Long Island, and us jamming with him in Long Beach. I can't remember the name of the place, but this had to have been like 94, 93 or 94. And it was an open mic, and Andy like blew the house down. I think he played a version of like Lil Wing or something, and he sang and played guitar, and it was the best guitar playing I'd heard. And I mean, ridiculous guitar playing.
Was that at the bitter end?
No, it was in Long Beach. Was it? Was Page 6 a place in Long Beach?
Oh yeah. Wow.
Was that the name of the place? Was that what it was called? It was in the West End. Remember, it was just just before you got to Atlantic Beach, the Atlantic Beach Bridge.
Yeah. I can't remember which
I remember having a purple Music Man and playing through like a PV half stack, a PV 5150 half stack there. And I remember I remember playing something, and maybe it was You Really Got Me or something stupid. And Andy goes up, and I'm like, how do you play after listening to that? Because he's just nobody's better than Andy Timmons. He's just ridiculous.
Andy's one of my favorite guitar players. Andy,
yeah.
I'm a big Eric Johnson fan.
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All kinds of good times.
I'm sorry. When I was listening to you guys, because I was trying to get back online, was it Vinny who said that he just became a fan?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you, Vinny. Really appreciate that. Hey guys, the new record is called The Traveler, and it's on iTunes and Amazon. But you can also buy a hard copy. We actually have hard copies. If you email Trudy at lmmerchandise at yahoo.com. lmmerchandise@yahoo.com. Or if you know I'm going to be coming to the area, I'll have CDs to sell.
Awesome. Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's some quacking going on. What's that?
Yeah, I
Very
think
cool.
it's a little timer, and I think we should probably call it right here. But stay on the line with me and Johnny after we go off live.
Yeah, Johnny, I have to tell you something too. But
Yeah.
okay.
So,
All right.
Cool.
Thank you guys very much, and thank you everybody who tuned in and listened. And ask questions, and Mark and Lynn Marie and Rosie, thank you for asking questions. I really appreciate that. And,
Yes.
thank
Yeah,
you,
and
Jim.
we'll have to do another one of these
Yeah,
again.
we'll do a
can't
part
talk.
2. We'll do a part 2 with Larry Mitchell real soon. I
Well,
guarantee that.
I feel like this has been so long. I think we'll do a part 4.
Part 4. All right.
No, this is great though, because this video is on YouTube. It'll be on YouTube forever, so people can watch this. I'll put your links down below, your website, a link to your iTunes for your album, all that stuff. You know, and anything you want me to post, just send to me or tell me.
Okay. Let me let you for a second.
And we'll do that. Right, Howie? There's Howie. Howie the Dalmatian, everybody.
Nice. Look at Howie. He's gorgeous. Gorgeous dog.
Yeah, he's a Howie Bean on Facebook. There he is. Vinny, I can't believe Larry just remembered my name. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, Larry's that good. He remembers everyone.
All right, so Jeannie's back. I just saw your lovely white dog in the background. This is it would definitely. When I first got the Axe Effects, Jeannie, who normally doesn't steal food, number one, took a banana and ate it on top of the AX8.
Oh no.
That's pretty fun.
Wow, I can't believe that she loves bananas, first of all.
Oh, he's gone again.
Oh.
Well, should we just call it? Should we call him back?
Yeah, we should call it, but yeah, he can come back on. He'll come back on. Well, anyway, this is Dave Nesdahl, and we got Johnny Bean here, and finish it up, Johnny.
That's probably him.
Yeah, he said power out. His power's out.
In his pad?
That's all he wrote is that his power's out.
Yeah, I just sent him an invite. If he doesn't jump back in, then we'll know. So anyway, yeah, thanks for watching this, everybody. Dave Nesdahl and I, we enjoy doing these hangouts. We talk about a lot of guitar stuff, musical stuff.
There he is.
Yo.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm done. Power. It's not happening.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much.
Oh, it's our pleasure. We love doing this, and we were excited to do it with you.
Yeah, a lot of fun, and yeah, it's great to meet you on here, and yeah, don't hang up.
Okay.
Or don't. Make sure your iPhone doesn't die again, so I can talk to you after we jump off this.
Okay.
But great. Well, great to talk to you, man. Larry Mitchell, everybody.
Yeah.
Amazing guitarist. Great friend to David Nesdahl. And thank you, Vinny, for watching. Thank you, Lynn Marie Rusaw. Thank you for everything, Lynn. Thank you to everybody for watching this stuff. If you dig this stuff, this kind of thing, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. We do a lot of these different interviews, videos, live hangouts, stuff like this. Subscribe to Dave Nesdahl. Subscribe to Larry. You have a YouTube, right?
Yes. I need to change the name, but it's VI 2008. I don't know what it is. if you when you see the Traveler video, subscribe to that. That's me. The only place it is online is my YouTube.
Okay.
But I need to change the name of the YouTube page. It's long. It's like VI 2008 DE. Complicated right now, but that's it.
Okay, well I can help you with that. I can tell you how to do that.
Okay.
How to change it. You can change it. You can make it real simple. Like my YouTube is just my name, and I help Nesdahl with that as well. His YouTube is just his name.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
So cool. Okay, we'll do that. Everything. Cool. Great to talk to you, Larry. Don't hang up, or don't. Make sure your phone doesn't die.
Right. I'm here.
Thank you for watching this, everybody. Keep rocking. Johnny Bean, JohnnyBean.com. And we'll see you guys next time. All right. Bye.
See ya.